Awesome. So Emily Brown is an avid cyclist who doesn't just love bikes, she believes in their transformative power. Who here believes in the transformative power of bikes? Is there anybody? Incredible, incredible. With a career in the bike industry spanning since 2016, she currently works as a field guide at SRAM. She values the opportunity to foster community, advocate for important causes, and support bike shops, the heart of this industry. Emily owned Dirtbag's Bikepacking for 7 years and worked in marketing at Strider, showcasing her entrepreneurial spirit and dedication to cycling. And I can personally attest, when you listen to Emily talk, somehow you just feel like you want to join whatever she's doing. And I hope you guys all feel that today. Emily's commitment to biking goes beyond her professional life, reflecting her deep-seated belief of the ability of bikes to empower, inspire, and connect people. You know her from Dirtbags, love her from her awesome role helping organize Stoke at SRAM, and we're lucky to have her as the board president of the new Spearfish Trails Coalition. Emily Brown.
As you can see from this evening, that trails are really the heartbeat of a vibrant community. Trails drive health, they drive connection, and they also drive economic growth. And that is why I'm super excited and really honored to introduce to you tonight, officially, finally, Spearfish Trails Coalition. So our mission is to create epic trail experiences in the greater Spearfish area for pedal-powered and non-motorized trail users through sustainable and thoughtful design. So as you've heard already, and as you know, Spearfish has tons of great clubs and organizations that pursue and enrich the outdoor community in Spearfish. You have the Ridge Riders, you have GAS, you have Spearfish Mountain Bike Club, you have the Bike Collect, you have the Runners Club, and on and on. And one thing that all of these clubs have in common is that they don't have extra time and energy on top of everything they already do for the Spearfish community to pursue, find, and advocate for new trail opportunities. So Spearfish Trail Coalition, we solely exist to do that. We solely exist to try to find, to try to pursue, and try to make new trail experiences happen in Spearfish. So next slide, please. Here are our core values that we vow to stand behind, and I'm not going to stand here and read all of these to you, but I do want to point out a couple that are really important. Is quality. We're committed to excellence in trail designs, and we really want to exceed expectations. So that means that we won't settle for less. If that takes longer or it costs a little bit more money, we want to produce a really high caliber product. Quality, let's see, we're moving to innovation, so we want to stay open to new ideas. As you heard from Uriah, and seeing where trails have come from, trail and trail building is ever evolving, and we want to stay open to new ideas and new experiences. And integrity. We want to uphold the highest standards of integrity in all aspects of our work. We want to be transparent, honest, and accountable in all of our interactions in the community. And I'll go into this more in detail later on, but we are a member-driven organization, so that means we're held accountable to the members, potentially all of you, who belong to it. So in our mission, we are committed to creating epic trail experiences. So we don't want to gauge our success just strictly based on miles built, but we want to gauge success if those projects fulfill their intention. We've talked a lot about different kinds of intention, whether it be for beginners or whether it be to keep advanced riders engaged or to focus on other trail users to spread trail use and avoid trail conflict, so maybe creating more hike-only trails. Basically, we want to see the widest spectrum of trail experiences possible so that everyone in the Spearfish community can love and enjoy our trail system. Go ahead, next slide, please. So trails have a positive impact on health, on connection, on economic growth, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm pretty sure that if I asked this room why trails are important to you, we'd probably get a lot of the same answers. It's important for community, it's important for connection, it's important for physical health, it's important for mental, emotional health. There's all kinds of reasons why we love trails. And there's lots of research and statistics that prove that trails are incredibly beneficial to not just individuals, but communities. So next slide, please. So digging through and just kind of reading some of that, there's a few things that are just worthy to point out. You already know this, but knowing that there's studies and data to back some of these things that we know about trails up. First of all, trails are beneficial for health, not just individual, but collective. So studies show the more trails there are, the more people ride, and the more people ride, the healthier people are. There's even statistics like 10% more trails ridden can prevent one death. And the healthier that individuals get, the healthier a community gets, and there are lots of studies that show lowering cost of healthcare within communities as well. Access to trails close to home are inclusive. That means that there's studies that show that places that have accessible trails, everyone can use that. So that means that no matter your background, no matter your skills level, no matter your socioeconomic status, you can receive the benefits from what trails have to offer. And then finally, trails have a huge economic value for communities. A great study showed that towns that invest in fun, flowy, purpose-built mountain bike trails see profitable returns 3 to 4 times the original cost of their infrastructure every single year. So the cost of same slide, okay, go back. We don't want to jump the gun. So the cost of a professional purpose-built trail can range, there's a full spectrum, but it can range anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000 plus dollars per mile. So I know initially that sounds like a hefty price tag, but when you kind of look at it from the scope of other, even projects that Tyler talked about it from a community rec infrastructure perspective, paved paths can cost closer to $1 million per mile. Sports complex, swimming pools, all of those things cost multi-million dollars, and they're really expensive to maintain as well. And so trails really have a lower price tag, and they have a really high cost to benefit ratio. So trails are really important and a great investment in communities for the community members. Don't go yet. So we can probably in this room all agree that trails are valuable. So what next? Where do we go from here? We obviously have well-loved trails, tons of people who have put so much time and energy into trails. But how do we keep moving, take the legacy of our town and continue to move it forward? Well, that's a big question. There's lots of conversations that have happened over the years, but I think for me, meeting Uriah was really key in sort of formulating how this could all happen. So through my job at SRAM, I met Uriah and we had met up just to kind of network and talk about trail projects, and he got me really stoked and excited for everything that's happening across the state. And then in my job, I get to travel to really cool places and see all the things that towns and communities are doing and see really vibrant, just like ours, really vibrant, growing bike communities. And so I got excited, but then super overwhelmed. And I think I expressed to Uriah, like, that's how you even go about doing these kinds of projects. And he kind of sat back and he was like, well, you start here, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you do this. And at the end of it, I kind of sat back in my chair and I was like, okay, well, we should do that then. And so that was the day that kind of that itty bitty seed of Spearfish Trails Coalition was formed. And now, on to the next slide. So, what Uriah laid out for me that day was the kind of successful model that's used in modern trail building today. So as Uriah spoke to, the popularity of biking, the popularity of trails, the popularity of communities rallying around trails for all of these reasons have really grown. And because of that, the profession has grown and trail building has evolved. And so that is why we have chosen to partner with IMBA, International Mountain Biking Association, and so that they can help support us and guide us through this really well kind of strategic plan of modern trail building. And one thing that really stuck out to me when Uriah and I first met was he really emphasized the importance, before you put shovels in dirt, the importance of planning, putting pen to paper, and having a really well-formulated, clear vision of what you want and what you want a project to be. So we got to work on it. So about a year and a half ago, we decided we'd try it out and see how it went. So we started having conversations, and we realized that probably the best way to go about it would be to meet with the city and to see if with the city we can kind of figure out trails that we can develop some meaningful trail experiences in town. And so after a few months of that conversation and making some progress and having really good conversations, we decided to bring out Rock Solid, a pretty reputable trail building company, for them to come out and kind of help us formulate a plan. And it was during that process that we really found out that it was going to be quite essential to have an organization that was dedicated to move this forward, because it's, you know, it's a project, it's lofty, and it takes a lot of dedicated energy. And so together, I guess we can move to the next slide. So together with the city, with Rock Solid, we formulated kind of our first vision plan for projects in the city. And you can go to the next slide. So I'm going to walk you, I know there's been a lot of questions, we're just going to tackle this super quickly. We have maps printed out. Anyone who's wearing a Spearfish Trail Coalition shirt and many more in the community know about this, you can ask. But here's what we identified as the kind of the 4 zones that we're going to focus in within this vision plan that Rock Solid helped us formulate. The 4 Bay area is located at the western slope of the mouth of the canyon, and it is state-owned land, city lease. And the idea for that, or the recommendations for that area, is to focus on gravity trail hub system in that area. Zone 2, the beginner skills area and trails, they're already started, they're already developed in the Spearfish campground area. And so with the help of Rock Solid, we're just going to take a look at that and continue the work on that area to enhance and expand that area, adding more diverse skills features, and maybe even some directional trails to engage beginner level riders. And then the next zone that we're going to focus on is gravity skills area, and that is also going to be located close to the city park. And it's that area of land right above the skate rink. And there's already kind of road trails going on in there, which tells you that people want to ride that area and people are already having fun there. So we are going to create a gravity skills area. So we have a designed a beginner and intermediate and advanced loop. It's going to focus on safe progression of skills, focusing on jump lines and drops. And then we know and love our crown, our gem in town, Lookout Mountain. You've heard a little bit from Tyler about some progress that we might be able to be making with availability to do some work on Lookout Mountain. And so we've added that into our zone, and the same thing, we're taking what we already know and love, the work that so many people have already put into this area, and we're hoping to just continue to expand and enhance the system. We'd also love to add some hike-only trails, some really good, fun hikes that take you right up to the top and kind of explore ways to connect neighborhoods and things like that. So this plan is really important. This plan, us doing this plan well and us doing this plan timely, is really key in helping Spearfish Trails Coalition continue to drive more vision and more projects. I know that once we start working and once the trails start going in, they are going to be very well used and very well loved, and hopefully the community will see the value of having access to trails, expanded trails, and we can rally the community around these projects continuing well into the future. So how do we move this project forward? How do we get it done? Well, I'm going to formally introduce you to the board members of Spearfish Trails Coalition. So board members, when I say your name, stand up, stay standing, wave, let everyone know you're there. So we have Kevin Jasper. Coalition. And now, everybody else, go ahead and stand up. Everybody, stand up. Stand up. Stand up and just take a look around. Just look at all the people in this room. Check it out. This, my friends, this is Spearfish Trails Coalition. And this is how we're going to move these projects forward. And this is how we're going to fulfill not only the legacy of trails, but continue the legacy well into the future. So this room is full of people from all different backgrounds, all experiences. We probably have a lot of differences in this room, but one thing that we can all agree on is that we have a shared desire for a fulfilling and joyful life. And so we all yearn to live in a community that fosters connection and amplifies our happiness. Next slide. Forgot about this. That's very important. So here at Spearfish, we can walk out the front door and we can take fresh air into our lungs. We can go on new adventures. We can enjoy the solace of nature. This is the essence of life in our Spearfish community. Our town is really a gem. It's uniquely beautiful and it is full of potential. And so through our trails, we have the power to transform Spearfish into one of the happiest, healthiest communities to live in. And so together, we can create a community where joy thrives and nature and access to nature and access to trails is just one step away for everybody in the community. So tonight, we stand together in a shared vision that hopefully all of us can make a reality. So with that, you all have the opportunity to become members of Spearfish Trails Coalition. So the great news is you can become as much or as little involved as you like. Some of you might just like to pay a yearly membership fee, read some emails, do some voting, and call it good. Others might want to help up head committees, fundraising committees, marketing committees. Others of you might want to get involved with trail building and trail maintenance. There's a spectrum of so many skills that we need, and the community is how we're going to help bring this together. So as a member, you can participate in helping drive our mission, helping drive our vision, and also keeping the organization accountable and transparent to the city, the community of Spearfish. So thank you all so much.
What did I tell you? Yeah, I guess you guys can't sit down for a quick second. What did I tell you? She was going to inspire you. Hopefully you guys feel that way. That kind of concludes what we have for you tonight. I do just want to plug really quick. Scan those QR codes. There'll be 3 options when you go to our